What's going on, everybody? All right, it's been almost 12 months, a little less than, but I'm booked up with this dump trailer for at least the foreseeable future in a couple months here. So I got my numbers. We'll go over those in a little bit towards the end of the video, but I want to give you guys a little walk around of the trailer, what's broken on it, what's great about it, what I love, and some things I dislike about it. So let's get right into it. Dump trailer is a 16-foot, 16K. I got two 8K axles. This thing is a Suretrac. Obviously, it's black. It's gooseneck. It's fantastic. So, a couple things about this. I love that it's it's over 15 cubic yards with my extended 2x12 up there. So, I advertise it as a 15 yard, but this thing is absolutely like my last dump trailer. I absolutely love this thing. A couple things that are nitpicky about it, which we'll go over in a little bit. I did fluid film this whole thing, so that's why it never really looks clean. I know there's another YouTuber that has a Suretrac dump trailer, and I think he says he waxes it. So, I mean, I honestly don't have the time for that. And I mean, in 2 lifetimes, I don't think I'll have enough time for that. But let's get into it. Gooseneck. I absolutely love the gooseneck. We'll always buy a gooseneck dump trailer. Yes, it's a little more pain in the butt than a bumper pull. If you're dropping them off and picking them up all the time, get yourself a bumper pull. They're just a little bit easier because you got especially if you have a camera on the back like I do. But gooseneck's great. It's a good theft deterrent. I know it's not foolproof, but it also helps as well. Towing, I can jackknife this baby, get it in some tight spots. It's pretty sweet. You get the front toolbox up front. It's great. Two jacks, obviously. I would recommend going with hydraulic jacks if you got the choice to it. It does help. Suretrac has the spare tire mount on the side, which is great. I like that, especially since it's not mounted underneath the bed like some manufacturers. It just works a little better for me. Two 8K axles, and yeah, it's pretty nice. It's not it doesn't sit as low as say a Diamond C. Suretrac doesn't have that kind of fabrication on these trailers, but I bought this baby right off the lot. Kind of went there, signed my name, and then boom, I did put a payment plan on this baby, but it's absolutely working out, and you guys will see here in a couple minutes as I go over the numbers for this thing for this year. So a couple things that have broken on it. You won't be able to see. I'll try to throw some B-roll, but the rear ramp on the driver's side, the weld broke, so it's flapping a little bit, making some noise. I gotta get that re-welded. And there's also a bar on the back end that I still have not gotten repaired. That Suretrac has actually contacted me and said that they're going to take care of it for me. So I just haven't had time, guys. I'm busy. So, yeah, this thing sits obviously idle on my job sites. I don't actually advertise this to do debris removal for other people, except for my own customers and their job sites and their construction projects. So, yeah, it's been great. There's nothing as far as rust wise. It is, you've got the standard rust right there. So, the bolts. I don't think I even fluid film that because those are they're going to happen. Plus these things bolt off if I have a problem with it. I bolt it off, take another one. Fantastic. I mean, they're kind of almost disposable, the jack stands. So next up, the wheels. This is actually flat. It's my first flat tire ever. I need to go get it repaired. There is a screw somewhere up in here, but one flat tire in the whole year, so I'll take that as a win. 100%. It's been fantastic, and you can never have enough bungee cords for a dump trailer. The back here, you can see a little more rusting, nothing crazy. I think that's to be expected with this thing. It's, I keep it, you get plenty of Zerk fittings everywhere. And yes, it's about, half or a quarter filled. But this is from one job site. So I do like it. It's obviously I've been, there's my license plate. It does sit pretty low, especially when you dump it. But I'm on a transfer station, which is paved, so it doesn't get torn off like my last one. Unlike my banner on this side, which, so one of my guys, threw some debris in there, hit it, cracked it, so I had to tear it off. I'll get a new one. But yeah, it does look like crap on this side because that just happened like a couple days ago. So again, 16 foot, very nice. You guys can see nothing crazy as far as rust wise. I wouldn't expect. I'm in Michigan. There is salt on the road, but again, I try to take care of it. I try to keep it sprayed off as much as possible. Fluid film helps, and I don't abuse it. But I do use it all the time. Again, you got some on the jacks. Again, that's to be expected. But I do have that's basically it. I did have a solar panel up top. It did break off. The mounting brackets, the aluminum brackets broke off, so I did take it off. So I just charge it regularly now. But again, I dump it. maybe 2 to 3 times a month, maybe 4 times on a busy month, because it stays on job sites for a week or more. Most of my job sites, I'm on a job site for more than a month. And yeah, so that's what I got going on for this trailer. I absolutely look at that. I just love pretty much everything about it. The things I dislike about it is 16K. If I would have done it over again, I would have gotten, say, triple axle, got 21K with the trailer, just, you know, a little extra payload capacity. Other than that, like, there's not much else. I will say the rear ramps, the driver's side does come out every once in a while. For some reason this thing rattles loose and it comes, you know, for some reason it'll come out, and then the ramp itself will start, you know, kicking out on me a little bit. So that's happened to me about twice or whatnot. So I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I'm just unlucky, but you can kind of see how it's leaning to one side just because the weld broke a little bit. So I will get that taken care of. Matter of fact, I probably should just take the ramps out of there to save on the weight, because I don't want the welds to break completely off. It's just that's not good. All right, another thing I want to say, I didn't order this trailer. I bought this trailer off the lot, so I didn't get to pick anything on the trailer. But my next trailer will be either a Diamond C or a Suretrac. I haven't decided yet. But if you're wondering, you want a ledge, you know, foot step all the way across, just for ease of access to your load and whatever you're putting in there. So my next dump trailer manufacturer, if they don't offer like a step all the way across on both sides, I mean, I know I have to pay extra for it, but if they don't offer that, then it's out of the running for me. It's a necessity for me to be able to get inside my load, unstick the tarp, do whatever I need to, get up in there. I do jump into here. I can just basically step right there, step on top of the jack, and then, you know, hop inside or whatever I need to do. But I will want a railing all the way across, just a step all the way across, for security, for ease of use, ease of access, all that good jazz. So that's my only other gripe about this trailer. Yeah, double broach fenders, fantastic. I step on these all the time. You can see they're fantastic and no problems. This thing doesn't get driven around a whole lot. I basically bring it from my storage to a job site, to the dump, back to storage, back to a job site, or job site to job site. So, you know, it doesn't have nearly as many miles as my tool trailer on it, but it does get driven. I had the gain set too high, and I think I got a little flat spot on one of these tires here because it locked up one time, but that's me. That's a user error right there. So that's it for the tour of the dump trailer, you guys. Let's go inside and talk numbers and how much money this thing's made me, because it's made me some money. All right, guys, let's get into the numbers right now. I've got 35 dumps for the year for this, for profit, a couple here and there for, you know, pro bono stuff, so we're not going to include those. But it's nice to have a dump trailer. It's awesome just because I can throw away whatever I want to when it's at my house, like it is right now, kind of thing. So let's get into it. 35 dumps. My gross revenue is $20,520, and I've got 35 dumps, and my fees for that are $4,863.60. So roughly like $138 per dump, give or take. I get charged extra for more tonnage, but that's about what I got charged for. I mean, almost all my dumps were less than, I think, 4,000 pounds or whatever. So, and the ones that were not going to the dump. They're going to like a quarry, you know, dirt, rocks, all that kind of stuff. So that, and then for the other expenses for this, I've got insurance and I've got storage. Insurance roughly around $636, because it's a little iffy because I bundle it. So $636 for the dump trailer insurance for the year, $600 a year for storage for the dump trailer in a gated, locked, secure camera area. So, you know, dump trailers are pretty, you know, prone to kind of rolling away, if you will. So, and then I do owe on the trailer, so I do a financing. So I'm taking out my finance payments. I've got $5,544 worth of finance payments to the trailer this year. So grand total as far as net revenue, again, for maintenance wise, I still have, you know, pay to have a welder if Suretrac doesn't cover it, fix what I need to on it, but we won't, that'll be next year. So if that is a cost for me, that'll be going into next year. I just don't have time right now. It's going to sit on another job site, get filled up, and make me more money too. So, which is included in this, because I still have a couple more weeks of this 12-month cycle, but we're booked up anyway. So I include those numbers in here as well. So $8,876.40 of net revenue. That's what, basically, if you go to someplace with a dump trailer, you sign your name, you collect you take a loan out on it, and you start working with it, you dump it in my area. After you pay it off, insurance, all that other stuff, I basically paid myself $8,876 to own that trailer. So absolutely worth it for me. Now, Obviously, if you guys are doing your own debris removal, that's peanuts compared to what you guys can. If you're dumping it, you know, twice, 3 times a week as opposed to a month, then I mean, come on. All right, so almost 9